about almost 28 years ago, my parents, Tony Hasig and Susan Hasig, decided to live in Antipolo. So when my dad saw Antipolo, he fell in love and thought of just putting up something that he could really pour in his passions, and then but at the same time earn a little bit for his family. Vieux Chalet was born that way. We try to offer our guests an alternative lifestyle. It's not necessarily a better lifestyle, but it's just good to know that there are other ways of spending your day. I think the inn is helping us do that too, especially because there's an organic garden in front of it, so that helps even more. We try to make our own products in those services that we have. Like, part of the overnight package would be the use of our jacuzzi and our sauna. And for our jacuzzi, we try to make our own concoctions with homemade products. Like, we have a milk and rose bath, and the milk we use would be coconut milk from our gardens. You know, we're very, very homey, and we're big on the homemade stuff. My dad is all Swiss, right? All European, but he loves food. And what my dad did before deciding on the dishes that he was gonna serve was he went around the Philippines. There's a bunch of stuff on the menu that's very Swiss, but I think he made twists here and there that made it very, very likable by Filipinos. And so that's what my dad did. It's almost like he joined the two. My dad started training us to cook, but also here in the restaurant, when I was 5. And my dad's motto was, no work, no food. You don't work, you don't get to eat. And he meant it, literally. So if you have homework, you have to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to prepare it. So we did spend a lot of time with my dad. He'd always say, cook with your hands and always feel what you do. If you're upset or if you're not feeling good, don't touch food because it affects the emotions of the other people. Like, he always talks about, you are what you eat. And then here we have the mango shrimp cocktail. It's basically fresh mangoes of Antipolo, organic vegetables. It's served with our homemade black sesame seed bread. It's served with homemade potato chips, cream, and smoked bacon. Homemade also, as usual. It's basically suman. We wrap it with egg and then put adobo floss. And this is the adobo reduction. It was just something that we gave out during Independence Day or Araw ng Kalayaan. You know, it was a complimentary appetizer. That's it. It's basically homemade smoked bacon. We cut them in slabs and fry them. Homemade smoked pork chop and Hungarian sausage, rösti, Baguio beans and garlic and olive oil, and homemade sauerkraut with Dijon mustard. I think about 3 to 4 people would really enjoy this platter. It's beef shanks braised to perfection, served with rösti. This is actually from the Italian part of Switzerland. So, but that's my dad's recipe, and we're still doing the exact same way he did it then. This is actually one of her best sellers. I think most of the things that I presented to you today are really my favorites too. They're really good and very homey. Their flavors are very simple but very deep. They're very simple but very rich. We use a lot of cashew nuts. We try not to use any other nuts. So the mangoes, the cashews, and then once in a while we do try to mix things up with the suman. The quality of service that we give to our guests, treating them like family, being very passionate about how we make our food, making sure that everything's homemade, that we use organic and fresh products, and that we don't ever compromise the quality of whatever we put on our guests' table or tables, because we always believe that they traveled long and hard to get here, and so they deserve nothing but the best. So I think it's those things put together that also makes Vieux Chalet very different. We try to infuse a lot of Filipino products into our menu. That's my dad's thing actually. He believed that us being part Swiss or him being full Swiss, we still have to like pay our thanks to the land where we are staying in, so which would be the Philippines and Antipolo. And so as much as possible, we try not to get too many foreign ingredients, and we try to make use of the ingredients that we have here. It's also like, in a way, are giving back to our community and our country. So, you know, trying to be patriotic here and there in your smallest ways, but very effective ways.